All right, welcome back everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another YouTube class. Today's is gonna be like a 30 minutes, so you can squeeze it in at any point in your day. It's gonna be a little bit of a core focused workout, still some yoga, stretching, so let's go ahead and get started in a easy seat. Put your right shin in front of your left. Your hands can be in your lap or on your knees. You can roll the shoulders down the spine a few times. On your inhales, imagine the crown of the head pulling up. On your exhales, shoulder blades sinking, sitting bones becoming a little bit heavier. Let's take a few moments to arrive into your body. Notice the pace of your breath. Maybe where you feel the breath the most. Sometimes where you feel the breath the most is where the tension lies, so try to breathe into it. And gently just start to draw some circles with your head, slow as you can, going one direction. Spaces of stickiness or tightness, there's probably some tension there, so breathe into it. And go the other way. You'll meet back with your head in a neutral position. Inhale, reach both arms out and up. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Take an inhale, lean your head back in towards your hands, and then a little lean over to the right. You kind of have to squeeze your core to activate here. Press your skull back into your hands. Squeeze that right oblique. Inhale, come up through center. Keep your hands and then twist to the right. So as much as you can with the hands like this, you're squeezing your core, pressing your sitting bones into the mat. Release your hands, right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee for a more gentle twist. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Shift your gaze over your right shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Keep your left hand where it is. Unwind and wrap your right arm over so it grabs right hand to left knee. Round your back a little bit. Think cat pose. Chin to chest, belly button towards your spine. And then release that, plant your hands beside you. You're gonna parallel your shins with the mat for Navasana, boat pose. Squeeze your core. If this is too easy, straighten your legs. If this is too much, plant your hands behind you. So lots of options. You can always modify, amplify as you need. Try to suit yourself where you are today. So, pay attention to what feels good, what doesn't. Notice what's discomfort, that's exactly what we want, and notice what's painful, that's what we don't want. 3, 2, seated with the left shin in front of the right. Wiggle into your sitting bones, and then inhale, reach both arms out and up. Clasp your hands behind your head, take an inhale, press your head back. Exhale, crunch over to the left. Squeezing your left oblique, feeling a gentle opening through the right side, even though that right side still has to engage. Soften your jaw, spread the elbows wide. And then inhale back up. Keep your hands and twist to the left. Elbows pointing in opposite directions. Draw your waistline in, belly button towards your spine for 3, 2, and then release your hands to a more gentle twist. Left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. Look over your left shoulder for 3, 2, keep your right hand where it is on 1. Left arm up and over. Left hand grabs your right knee, round your back. Think cat pose. Dome your back, more space between the shoulders. Release the arms, plant your fingertips beside you. Navasana, round 2. Maybe you try to make it a little bit harder this time. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift your sternum, plug the shoulders back. Steady your breathing. We'll be here for 3, 2, As slow as you can, slowly start to lower. You're gonna hover your feet about an inch or two off the mat. Arms are by your side, palms face up. If you'd like more of a challenge, extend your arms overhead for a hollow body hold. Try to glue the lower back down, pull the belly button towards the spine for 3. Hip points towards your ribs, and ribs pull towards your hip points, 2. 1, lower everything down to the mat. Legs down, arms stretch overhead, full body lengthen. Happy baby, knees towards your armpits, catch your feet or ankles. If it feels good, rock a little bit side to side. If this is too much right away, you could just go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Stamp your heels towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, knees together. Let's go ahead and rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. We'll do this 4 or 5 times. And then after that last one, I'll have you use your momentum. We'll meet in a standing forward fold. So feet are gonna come out wide, mat's distance. Point your toes forward. Adjust the mic. All right, bend the knees a lot here. Maybe you grab opposite elbows and find a little sway side to side. Try to squeeze the core on the way down. It should already be a little activated. You should feel some work in your abdomen. So you might notice with that, you can fold a little bit more, because as you squeeze the front side, you lengthen the back side. Switch the grip, opposite forearm on top. Go ahead and bind your hands behind your back. Feel a nice stretch on the shoulders. Keep tipping your weight forward, flipping your tailbone up to the sky. Using your bind, a little bend in the knees, slowly come all the way up to stand. You'll work your hands down, away from you into a gentle back bend, opening up the front of your body. Should feel nice after those Navasanas we did. Squeeze your glutes. Release, inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach both arms out and up. Turn your toes out, heels in, yogi squat. Drop your seat down. Thumbs to sternum. You can always put a block underneath your seat. We'll be here for 3. Draw your waistline in, crown of the head up. 2. 1, hands down, lift your hips. Turn your toes to point forward, hips distance. On your inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, fold, catch your ankles. Inhale, halfway lift and hold. Put a little bend into your knees. You'll stretch your arms forward, biceps by your ears. Your arms should be straighter than mine. I just have a little mic in my way. However, you try to get the biceps close to the ears, but pull the shoulders down the spine. So think about the back being really flat. If it's arching a little bit, scoop the tailbone. Little tuck of the chin. 3, 2, 1. Forward fold, let that go. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, take a step back with your left foot. A few breaths, bend and straighten into your right leg, runner's lunge. Move the hips around. Pause with the right knee bent. Think of lifting your sternum away from your thigh. Press the back of your left knee up so your legs are engaged. Drop your back knee, half splits, straighten into your right leg, pull your toes back. Now walk your hands back a little bit. If you've got 2 blocks, you're welcome to use them under your hands. Now this is totally optional, it's pretty challenging, so maybe you give it a shot, maybe you do it, or maybe you don't. You're gonna keep your right toes flexed and see if you can just lift and lower your right leg off the mat a few times. So you're gonna lift, use your core strength, and lower. Again, you can use blocks here, that might be helpful, or even make 2 fists and press your knuckles into the mat. So we'll lift, lower, we'll lift, lower. Let's do 3 more. Lift, lower, last 2, and last 1. Lower your knee down, rebend your right knee, sweep both arms up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Melt the hips forward, squeeze your left glute. Bring your hands to the mat. Step your right knee back to meet your left. We're going to come to a camel pose to stretch that out. Hands to the low back, nudge your hips forward. Think of lifting your back ribs up and then leaning back. Almost like you're doing a pole vault or jumping over a wall behind you. Scoop the tailbone towards the knees. Next, inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the mat, round your back, cat pose. On your inhale, cow. Exhale, round cat. A few rounds here on your own, cat, cow. Find the rhythm of your breath and move with it. Let's do one more. All right, tabletop position. Go ahead and send your right leg back and flex your foot. Once you're there, stretch your left arm forward. You should feel stable already here. If not, take a few moments to engage. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw your elbow into your knee, round your back. Inhale, send your leg back, arm forward. Exhale, crunch, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Two more, reach. And crunch. Last reach. And crunch. Plant your left hand down. Step your right foot outside of your right pinky finger. You might want to wiggle your left knee back a little bit. It's almost like a lizard pose. Both hands inside your right foot, but your left knee is down. Think of pressing down and then almost melting the hips forward. So like almost like an up dog or a cobra, a little arch in your back. Sternum forward, shoulders back. Tuck your left toes. Take one or two steps, left foot outside of left pinky finger. All 10 toes point forward. And then turn your toes out for your yogi squat again, round two. Again, block under the seat if you'd like. Thumbs can be at your sternum, or you can walk them forward. You could even reach your arms up for something a little bit more challenging. We'll be here for 3. Outside edges of the feet, press down, 2. 1, hands down, lift your hips. Bring your feet hips distance and point your toes forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Put a little bend in your knees, stretch your arms forward. Imagine squeezing a yoga block between your palms. Inner shoulders down the spine. If you're arching your back, try to scoop the tailbone just a bit. Gentle tuck of your chin. We're here for 3. Steady breathing, 2. 1, forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift. Take a step back with your right foot. Runner's lunge on the left side. Take a few breaths, bend and straighten into your left leg. Move your hips around. Meet in a runner's lunge. Think of lifting your sternum away from your thigh. Back of the right knee, press up, shoulders down your spine. Everything's active. Drop your right knee, half split. Flex your left toes back towards your face. Great time to use some blocks, or again, you could make 2 fists with your hands and press your knuckles into the mat. Now, if you tried it on side 1, give it a shot again on side 2, even if it didn't go as well as you planned. It is really challenging and it takes some getting used to. So even if you just get it once or twice, keep at it. So we're gonna lift that left leg up and float it, and then lower it back down a few times. All right, lift up and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We lift, lower. Last 3. Slow and controlled as you can, 2. Try to place the foot back on the mat as softly as possible. Last 1. And release. Rebend your left knee. Find a low lunge. Sweep both arms up overhead. Melt your hips forward. Squeeze that right glute. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your left knee back to meet your right. We're going to take our second camel pose. Hands to the low back. Nudge your hips forward. Start to lift up and then curl back. So the lift up is just as important, so you're not crunching into your lumbar spine. Now if that's going well, you could always grab your heels, Ustrasana, camel pose. Tops of the ankles press down, spine towards your heart, lift your chin up, stretch your throat. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, exhale, cat pose, round your back. Try to look for your belly button. On your inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky. Find a steady breath in and out the nose. Try to find the top of your inhale, bottom of your exhale to ensure that your breath is full, complete, and even. Soften your jaw, gaze between your feet. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, you're going to crunch towards your right elbow. Bring it over to your left elbow. Back to your right. We go left, right. That's 2. We have 5. Left, right 3. Left, right 4. Last one, left, right 5. Roll onto the outside edge of the left foot. You can either take side plank or step your right foot behind you for wild thing, getting a nice stretch through the front of the body. If you're going wild thing, you'll look at either hand. Gently flip it back around, right hand to the mat. Step your right foot up towards your right thumb. Pivot your left heel down, rise to a warrior 1, reach both arms up. Take an inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, sweep your arms back, hover your chest. Now you're going to go into a warrior 3, shifting the weight to the right leg. Your left leg lifts up behind you. Once you get to your warrior 3, extend your arms forward, again, like you're holding that block in between your palms. You should be working here. Outer left hip drops, flex your left foot. 3, 2, 1. Come up to stand on your right leg, hug your left knee into your chest. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, figure 4. Send your butt back, hands to your heart, or you could reach your arms back. Gentle tuck of your chin, feel the back of your neck lengthen. Keep those left toes pulling back towards the face. You're going to unwind to a half moon. So the right hand will come down to mat or block, left leg goes back. Flex your left foot, gaze down's a little easier, gaze up harder. If you want a real challenge, see if you can float those right fingers off the mat for 3, 2, 1. Take a big step back. Turn your right toes in. You're in a star pose, arms up. Exhale, goddess. Heels in, toes out. Press down through your heels. And then we'll bring the hands behind the head. Take an inhale, and I bet you know where we're going. Exhale, crunch, right elbow, right knee, or thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. That's 1 round. We have 5. To the right. Exhale, left. Center, right. Center, left. That's 3. Right. Left. The inhales bring you through center. The exhales crunch. Last round. Inhale, center. Straighten your legs, reach your arms up. Turn your toes in and fold all the way forward. Sweet relief. Drop your head. Press the outside edges of the feet down. Really squeeze your thigh muscles. You can walk the hands back underneath you with like chaturanga arms, so the elbows point back a little bit. Pressing the mat down, flipping the tailbone up. On your inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. Step your right foot back. Vinyasa, your first chaturanga. If you'd like to drop your knees, lower yourself down, finish your exhale. When you're ready, inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. It's your back bend. Finish your inhale and then exhale to downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, crunch to the left elbow. Keep the shoulders forward. Just bring your left knee to your right elbow. And to the left, that's one. We have right and left. Keep even pressure in your palms, right, left, last two, last one. Now, either side plank on the right or step left foot behind, wild thing. Right shoulder over right wrist, either way. Hip points up, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, gently step your left foot forward towards your left thumb. Pivot your right heel down, rise to a warrior 1. Both arms up, right hip draws forward, left hip pulls back. Inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, sweep your arms back and hover your chest. Start to shift your weight into your left leg, warrior 3. Think of the outer right hip going down, the inner right thigh lifting, and then stretch your arms forward. Press that imaginary yoga block between your palms. Find some length through your waist, knit your ribs in. Inhale, come up to stand, right knee to chest. Cross right ankle over left thigh, figure 4. Hands heart or arms back. Sink a little deeper into that left knee. Let the tension build as you stretch out your right hip. 3, 2. Unwind to a half moon. Left hand down to mat or block, right arm to the sky. Hip stack, pull your belly button in. Again, if you want the extra challenge, try to float the left fingers for 3, 2, 1. Now take a big step back. We'll turn to a star pose. Left toes in, arms reach. Goddess, heels in, toes out. The good news is we did the hard part on the last side, so this side should feel pretty nice. You're in your goddess pose. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Dip your right shoulder towards your left knee. Maybe even look over your left shoulder. Inhale back through center, left shoulder towards your right knee. Inhale back through center. Reach both arms up, press into your feet, rise. Turn your toes in, heels out, wide-legged fold. Come all the way down. Imagine the waistline getting a little bit longer. You can grab feet, ankles, big toes, or even bind your hands behind your back. Using those exhales to find a little deeper fold. Release your grip if you've got one. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk to the front of your mat, runner's lunge. Left knee's bent. You'll step your right foot to meet your left. Bend your knees to chair pose. Reach your arms up, weight to your heels. Take an inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, sweep your arms back and lift your heels. Press your ankle bones forward. Heels down, arms forward, inhale. Heels up, arms back, exhale. Heels down, arms forward, inhale. Heels up, arms back, exhale. 2 more, inhale, reach. Exhale, heels up, arms back. Last one. Hands to mat or block. Try to find a cannonball shape. So like a toe stand, you're dropping your seat towards your heels. Grab your opposite elbows or forearms, maybe wrists around your shins and squeeze. Ankle bones together, squeeze your core, chin to chest, forehead to knees. 3, 2. Hands down, drop your seat. Extend your legs forward and give your legs a little popcorn shake. Woo! Nice work, you guys. We are crushing this one. I'm sweating a lot. All right, let's go ahead and stretch out the top of the thighs, the abdomen a little bit. Plant your feet closer to you, hands behind you. Lift your hips up, reverse table. Firm your glutes, press your spine towards your heart and look up. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips all the way down to the mat. Now you can take that again, reverse table, or you could extend your legs forward for reverse plank. It's just a little bit harder. Reverse plank, legs are straight, hands behind you, lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes. You should feel it in your calves, your hamstrings. Little stretch through the abdomen. 3, 2, slow as you can, lower your hips all the way down. Move your butt a little bit out of the way so you can feel the sitting bones come down into the mat. Flex your feet, bend the knees a bit if you need. You could always put a little bolster under the knees, both arms up. Exhale, fold in half. Shoulders down the spine, nose towards your big toes. Think of the inner edges of the feet pressing forward and the outer blades pulling back. 3, 2, 1. Slowly walk your hands back towards you. Bump your hips a little forward and come all the way down onto your back. Hug both knees into your chest. Plant your feet in front of you like you would go to a bridge pose. But you're going to turn your palms face up. Lift your shoulder blades and head off the mat. And we're going to tick-tock the right pinky to the right heel or outside of the foot. Left pinky outside left heel. Tick-tock side to side. I don't know what these are called, but I think they should be called penguins because you kind of just feel like you're waddling around on your back. Try to glue the lower back down. If you want to make it harder, bring the feet together. If you want to make it easier, feet wider. We're going side to side. Gazing up, chin lift, minimal tension in your neck. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Here for 10. 8. 6. Last 4. 3. 2. 1. Awesome. Lower head and shoulders down. Little relief on your neck. Go ahead and lift your legs straight up in a waterfall shape. If you'd like shoulder stand, hands support the low back, lift hips up. Use more palm, less fingers. It'll feel better on your wrists. Nice little stretch through the back of the neck. Squeeze your core, your body's still active. Stay here, legs overhead, halasana, plow pose. Press the back of your skull down. Enjoy the rounding. Maybe you bend your knees hug your temples, ear pressure pose. Keep lifting the hips up. We're going to lower down into a fish pose. Arms are on the mat. You'll land your seat on top of your fingertips. Forearms stay down. Start to arch your back. Pick your chest up and drop your head back. Point your toes. Feel your inner thighs spiral down. Gentle stretch through your abdomen. Pull your low belly in. Drop your head back. Maybe you take a lion's breath here. Big breath in. Open mouth. Tuck your chin into your chest. Bring the back of your skull down. Move your hands out of the way. Move your feet to the top corners of your mat and sprawl your arms off the edges of your mat. Make any adjustments you need to feel a little bit more comfortable. And just take a moment of appreciation for your body. The hard work it just did for you, challenging poses, different exercises. Give yourself a few moments of rest as a thank you. And when you're ready, start to bring a little awareness back to your fingers and toes. Maybe move your head side to side. Feel the muscles you just worked. Enjoy. You've done something really nice for yourself. Extend your legs forward, arms overhead, full body lengthen. Knees to chest, still heavy roll to one side, fetal pose. Slowly make your way up to any comfortable seat. Maybe you already are feeling the muscles you worked. If so, awesome job. If not, I'm hoping you'll be feeling it later. Bring both hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. One more big breath in. Let it go. Bow your head towards your heart. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Thank you so much for practicing with me and burning out your core. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. If you guys enjoyed this core blast, this ab focused yoga, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. The core is super important in our yoga practice. It not only helps improve your balance, flexibility, but it helps keep you safe in a lot of these postures. So, we're not just doing core work to get a six-pack or for the superficial benefits. It's actually very, very helpful and keeps you safe in your yoga practice. So keep working on it, stick with it, and thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.